Here we are, day 3 of our hiking adventure here at the FDR State Park in Georgia, Pine Mountain Trail. We're going to go over here and check out this part of the loop down here. We've hiked part of this before. We're going to see if we can't get a good 7-8 miles in again today. Looking to try to do 30 miles for the weekend, and we're at 16 so far, so get a good hike in today and see what we can see. Have a little fun. Hiking along, first thing we found a little bit of a swampy pond area. Kind of pretty down in here. It's a cooler morning this morning. We're not hiking in shorts, we're actually in long pants and got long sleeve shirts on this morning. Beautiful morning here in Georgia, out on the Pine Mountain Trail. Had a tornado blow through here, 3-4 years ago or so. You can still see the devastation as it cut a path down through here. We were in this same area a couple years ago, and whereas you're seeing a little more green growing up through, you're still seeing that it's going to take a while before all those trees come back. You can kind of see some of the trees, or you can just see where they were snapped off at the top. We're going to just kind of let it record as we walk up through here. There'll be a lot of scrub along the side of the trail, but we'll be looking at how it's been torn up by a tornado just touching down through this part. Here you're seeing more where the trees were just twisted and torn out. They had to do a lot of clearing to get the trail back open after the tornado came through. In this area though, we've been making really good time hiking. The trail is pretty smooth. We've walked through a little bit of a rocky spot, but fairly smooth, wide, easy to traverse. Now I'm probably carrying about a 20-pound pack. Isaac's probably got 10 or 15 pounds on his back, so we're not carrying full backpacks. The thing that makes my pack heavy is I've got a full trauma kit, first aid kit that I carry with me. And then they've got our hydro bladders in there that add a little weight. I'm going to stop here. Just kind of can see, get the camera up. The camera's snapped to my chest strap on my backpack. You can see how that's just nothing between here and the other ridge where that tornado blew through that valley. There's a really cool spot here on the trail. You look down in, you can see the water coming out from underneath the rock. But what we're at is just a rock shelf here. And I think if you look kind of in there, you can kind of see back in there, the water, I think, comes down and shoots under the rock at that point, and then comes back out down here at the bottom. We're probably about 20-25 feet up off the ground, off the floor. But here's another look at some of the broken off treetops and dead trees. Yep. I think this bridge has seen better days. Still see some tornado damage here. But we've primarily stopped because whereas it felt good first thing in the morning to have an extra layer on, it is time to shed a layer. It's warming up nice here. We're supposed to have a high of about 73 today, so it's not going to be hot, but when you're hiking, carrying a pack, you do warm up fairly quickly. A little bit of the trail. Just walked through a really nice low area. They put a lot of boardwalk in to keep you off the rocks running through with the water running under them. Really nice rock ledge there, the water running down and up to it. Standing on a bridge, you can hear the water rippling down through the stream. Pretty little spot here along the trail. First of the cool waterfalls that's here on this trail. Nice big pool, little bridge. Isaac, we kind of missed him, but he was knelt down there looking up underneath the rocks. He likes to herp when he's out here on the trail, see if he can scare up a lizard or a snake, hopefully non-venomous. Just a really nice little place to stop for a minute, enjoy the sound of the water, and take a little bit of a break, enjoy the beauty of nature. This trail is littered with really cool little waterfalls all the way along. Just another one along the trail. Good, you? Morning. Had some hikers pass us. Here we are at Big Rock Falls. Really pretty waterfall right here. As it's traversed down the rock. Beautiful place. Just came over some rooty rocky area. Back up the trail. Turn the video back on as we're walking down along here. Got to watch your feet. So sorry if the video quality isn't the best, but wet leaves on wet rocks can be slick. Another beautiful waterfall. Open full. And getting up away from the creek a little bit, back up onto some dry ground. Alright. Very popular stopping point here, Cascade Falls. Kids playing at the top of the falls. Beautiful pool. If it were hot in summertime, I think I'd be tempted to take a dip. But being that it's maybe in the high 60s, low 70s, I'll pass today. Out here on the trail, and we came up on this, the big loblobby pine tree. And when they say big, they aren't lying, as it goes way up. Huge base on this pine tree. And one of the interesting things that you'll see about this pine tree that you don't see very often is it actually forks. And that fork is huge and it's still supporting it.
Here's size comparison.
Yeah, okay, that's to show you about a 5'10", 5'11", 15-year-old who weighs about 130 pounds with his pack, standing in front of the base of this tree. Beautiful big tree. Kind of let you know how far we've gone. Not sure how good the picture's showing up, but there's a TV tower in the distance is where we started across that valley. So we've hiked a little bit. I'm showing 3.17 mile of up and down. Beautiful, a little bit of an overlook day here in Georgia. Day has warmed up quite a bit. We're not going to stay here long because I'm standing right in the sun. Just walked down into an area. You can see where all the old trees have been topped off. Got a lot of new pines growing up in here. Longleaf pine, Georgia longleafs. But sort of like we walked out of the woods and into another world with this all being blown out, cleared out like this. We're heading to some beaver ponds is what they've marked it on the map. Taking a little side trip off of the trail we were on. But this is the first part of the trail that we've been on where you could actually see where grass has grown. They've actually come in, it looks like almost with a weed eater a little bit, and kept the trail clear from the grass. Unless this is the remnants of the beaver pond. Kind of an interesting sign, giving you a little bit of a history of what's gone on. Replacing and planting of longleaf pine, which were native to this area but overcut, especially from what I understand, for the building of ship masts. So FDR had over 5,000 longleafs planted in this area. Took a little side trip off the trail, the loop we were doing. Walked about 3/4 of a mile up because they said there was an overlook here. And they were right. Beautiful overlook. Take the packs off, sit for a minute. It's called Odie Overlook. Beautiful skyline. Okay, we finished day 3. 8.82 mile today. Fairly easy day of hiking. See our prizes up top. Oop! One just committed suicide. But finished out this end of the Pine Mountain Trail. Saw a lot of cool stuff and hope to get a little more hiking in. Last morning here at camp. Getting ready for some breakfast. Got our stuff laid out. We're going to do little pancakes this morning. A little peanut butter and honey on them. I've got my French press of coffee made up. Just waiting for Isaac to get back here and start to fire up and cook us some pancakes. And then we'll be packing up and heading home after a little bit of a hike. Cover about another 3.5 miles today. Here we are, the last day of our little mini vacation, 4 days at the very beginning of the Pine Mountain Trail here at the Franklin D. Roosevelt State Park. Trailhead's just up the ways here. We're going to do about a 3.4 mile hike, little loop on this end of the trail. Then we got to drive back up home. So we'll see what we can see on the trail. Mile 0, Pine Mountain Trail. It is a 23-mile long trail if you stay on the actual Pine Mountain Trail. What we've been doing are loops off of it over these past 4 days. One nice thing I will say about these trails, hopefully I'm getting a good shot of this, they are very well marked. You don't have to be a hyper experienced backpacker or map reader in order to find your way through this park. So if you're a beginning backpacker, sort of like my son and I, this is a great park to come to. Nice change of terrain, nice challenge in some of the trails. But there are some areas that are really easy walking, as you can see what we've got right here. Walking along the trail here, a mile or so in. Just stopped to show you more of the beautiful granite sticking out of the ground, the lichen growing on it. Makes for a good shot because the sun's to my back. Just crossed over the highway here, walking up. Found this beautiful overlook of Callaway Gardens. You can see the sand traps of the golf course and their big lake back over in the distance, and just you really see how this is the first of the ridges of a line of mountains that run through kind of central Georgia. And everything, we're looking northwest, everything to the northwest, that's pretty flat out there, folks. Seeing way off into the horizon. Just past the Little Bridges campsite, it does sit down where you can get into water. A little stream running down through here, so it would be a campsite that would be good to use because you could replenish your water source, have water to wash off a little bit or something. But the lowlands are much prettier, especially right now in the drought because of the lushness of the greenness. And it feels good to get down in the valley where it's cooler, not quite so hot. Came to an interesting feature on the trail where the trail just drops off straight down. You can kind of see going this way what kind of a lip we're on right here. Have a pretty look down into the foliage, down into the woods. Well, here we are at the end of the Overlook Loop, finishing up our 4 days of camping and hiking through the Pine Mountain Trail system that's here at FDR State Park. Thought I'd give you a shot. My son Isaac, he's the other of 2 guys outdoors. And the packs we've been carrying. We picked these up as bug out bags, now kind of just made them into our hiking bags. The extra black bag on the back of mine with the red handle is my medic kit. I carry a full trauma kit, maybe a little bit of overkill, but you never know what you're going to need, either yourself or somebody else on the trail, so It's good to know I've basically got everything you would need for a medical emergency there. I am first aid and CPR certified, wilderness first aid as well. So, been a great 4 days, and we're getting ready to pack it up and head back for Woodstock. Thanks for watching.